the brain is largely incapable of telling the difference between the actual and the unreal. The brain is incapable of distinguishing between three states: moving, getting up, and closing your eyes and thinking that you are moving. Researchers at Harvard University, under the direction of renowned neurologist Professor Alvaro Pascual Leon, asked participants to sit in front of a piano and play a series of 5 notes with their fingers. Essentially, they were asked to move each finger up and down a small scale for 2 hours on 5 different days. However, it is quite exhausting. You basically plunk for a minute, rest for a few minutes, and then repeat the process for a minute before resting your fingers for a few minutes. This process of plunk and resting takes place for 2 hours every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. When the participants' brains were scanned after each daily workout, the researchers concentrated on the area of the brain that controls the muscles in their fingers and discovered that the brain had grown in that same way. Exercise causes a muscle to expand, but it also causes a part of the brain to grow. This phenomenon, known as neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to change and adapt due to experience. It was observed in the region of the brain that is related to the finger muscles when these notes were played. It had expanded by a factor of 30 to 40, which is a significant amount. However, while these volunteers were sitting in front of a piano and plucking notes with their fingers, another group of volunteers sat with their hands flat, closed their eyes, and visualized themselves plucking the same notes. This technique is known as kinesthetic imagery, which is the ability to picture oneself performing an action. They were instructed to place their hands flat and not move them, but to visualize the sensation of moving their fingers in that way. They were also instructed to do this for 2 hours every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday while having their brains scanned. When you compare the brain scans of those who played the notes with those who just imagined playing notes, you cannot distinguish between those who played the notes with their fingers and those who played them with their minds. This is because, astonishingly, their brains in the same finger region had also grown like muscles by a factor of 30 to 40. That is to say, the brain does not distinguish between the situation where you are moving and the scenario where you are closing your eyes and visualizing the movement.